Wednesday, I guess you could call it a seeding game. The winner, which was Lighthouse in their opener, they played Wesley Red out of Kentucky and were victorious. Something like 77-57. Eddie Brown went for 41 in the win there. So they moved into Division III with the win. Wesley Red drops into Division IV, and I would assume all the other divisions here did the same thing. Actually, this is Divisions 1 through 4 playing today, or this week, and then next week it'll be Divisions 5 through 8, which I'm guessing are the smaller schools. This is certainly nice to see. Before every game, you see the teams coming together to pray. See if we can hear the prayer down there. Told that the Knights of Grace Christian are 12-11. I believe the Stingrays are 16-10 coming into action today. So you see Lighthouse top left of your screen, so they're going to be going from left to right here in the first half. I was debating on setting up in one of the corners so you could see the entire court and then move from one corner to the other at half, but guess I'm not too worried about people getting in front of the camera. Kind of a small crowd. Again, a long drive for both. For the young men from Grace, about a 9-hour drive, their coaches said. I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 or 8 for Lighthouse. So if we have anybody from Maryland watching, welcome to the broadcast. We got the address out, and their head coach sent that out to everybody. And again, if you miss any of this during live action, it will archive right away. And then within, 5 minutes of the game ending, you watch the game all over again. Lighthouse with their starting five actually be Mikhail Sword with Von Shea Blow, Eddie Brown, Xavier Davis, Trace Freeney, as LaSawn Washington will come off the bench, as Grace has won the opening tap. They will start with number 1, Malcolm Rather, number 5, P.J. Winters, 21, Jalen Glasgow, 22, Marcus Rather, and it's stolen away. Eddie Brown. Oh, he misses the layup. Rebounded by Grace, as Xavier Davis came up with the steal, but Eddie could not finish it. Number 30, Tyler Dorsum, and 12, Marquez Rather. 3-ball from the corner, no good. Battle for the rebound, won by Eddie Brown. It'll be Lighthouse ball. Malcolm and Marquez are twins, but their coach said you wouldn't know by looking at them. Apparently they don't look alike, but they are twins, as Eddie Brown uses the Von Shea Blow screen. Xavier Davis being guarded by Jalen Glasgow. Cut by Eddie Brown. Bucket this time is good. Eddie Brown with a pair. And the Rays strike first. A little full court pressure here by the Rays. And they get it across. As Sword tries to poke it away from behind, but the layup good by number 30, Tyler Dorsum. Tied at 2. As Eddie Brown with 2,500 plus points for his career. Long three is short. Battle for the rebound, won by Grace, and they will push. And it's stolen away. Actually, Davis got a piece of it, but back into the hands of Dorsum. So Grace takes the 4-2 lead, 90 seconds in, as Eddie Brown. Kyle Sword, Blow with the spin move, loses the handle. Sword puts it up and in. So Mikhail Sword with the bucket. As we mentioned, Lighthouse with only 8 players for this tournament. Dorsum driving, poked away by Blow. Here comes Xavier Davis with it, number 35. Driving, and it's going to be called for the jump ball. Lighthouse will maintain possession as he went into the double team, as looked like Marquez Rather, number 22, forcing the jump ball. So Demetrius Pace, Nick Mosley, LaShawn Washington rounding out the squad of 8. As Blow loses it in the lane, stolen away, up ahead. Number 5, Winners, and fouled hard. Makeo Sword knocking Malcolm Rather to the ground, so he's going to get a pair. Get a little over 2 minutes into this one. We're tied at 4. Number 1, Malcolm Rather hits the first of 2. And Remington gets them both to make it 6-4. And Demetrius Pace, who I don't think played at all yesterday, giving Von Shea Blow a quick blow. No pun intended, as Eddie Brown tries to split the double team and gets it back. Now it's stolen away. Up ahead, Rather can't get it to go. Tipped by Dorsum, no good, but the follow, no good. Battle for the rebound, and it'll be Lighthouse ball. So Grace with about 3 cracks at the bucket there, can't get it to go. This is the second day in a row that Lighthouse is playing the early 9 a.m. Eastern game. And that's going to be backcourt as Sword threw one back to Brown, but stepped on the half-court line. So certainly not the time you're used to playing, but 2 days in a row, Lighthouse having to get to bed awfully early. As Rather, this is Malcolm Rather, number 1, guarded by Eddie Brown. Driving off the basket, no good. Here comes Xavier Davis pushing. And that's going to be a turnover too far in front of Eddie Brown. As Coach Morris Jones will call the quick timeout. Again, thanks again to Joanna Johannes, the president at Lighthouse, who is funding our way. Because my plan originally was to stay until Lighthouse could not win the championship, which means I could have left yesterday morning, but Joanna said she'd really like to see Eddie's last couple of games, so able to do it thanks to her. As Xavier Davis shredding the undershirt. Must be warm in here. Don't step outside. As Grace will inbound. PJ Winters and his pink high tops. With Lighthouse bringing the full court pressure. Winters with it. Gets it up ahead to Rather. It's poked away, I believe, by Demetrius Pace. Here comes Xavier Davis pushing Eddie Brown. Back to Davis. Off the glass and scores. Xavier Davis with his first 2. And we're tied at 6. 4:46 and counting here in the opening quarter as Brown got a piece of it, and it is a steal. Demetrius Pace, number 12, with it. Eddie Brown in the corner. 3-ball, rimming no good. And the rebound by number 22, Marquez Rather. Uses the screen. Nice interior passing, and the bucket good by number 21, Jalen Glasgow. Nice passing there by the Knights. And they take the 2-point lead. As Brown will walk it up. Xavier Davis, number 35, with it, using the screen from Freeney. Leaves it for Pace. Brown with the spin move from about 12. No good. Rebounded by Grace, and they will run. Sword back on defense, and good defense by Sword as number 22, Rather, steps out. Number 3 is Marquise Wilson into the game for Malcolm Rather. Grace up 8-6 halfway through the first as there's Xavier Davis bringing the ball up. Left-hand dribble, driving all the way to the basket and scoring. Nice move there, Xavier Davis. May have gotten fouled there, but it's tied at 8. Actually got a couple of action shots of Xavier yesterday getting fouled that the refs missed. In the lane, nice spin move. Dorson is short. Xavier Davis the rebound. Here comes Eddie Brown through the double team to LaShawn Washington, who looked like he got hit and no foul called. And rebound by Grace, and they'll push. Going all the way to the rack and scoring, number 22. Marquez, rather. Grace up by 2. There's Eddie Brown. We'll put the floater up in the lane, and the offensive foul on Eddie Brown, who picked up a couple charges yesterday in the loss to Lakeway. First one, that was his third foul. He put up a floater. The ball was gone before the contact, but they disallowed the bucket. Driving to the basket, Dorsum, and draws the foul, I believe, on Mosley. So Nick Mosley called for his first foul, team second. Tyler Dorsum, Doersom, has 4 so far here in the first quarter. Make it 5. Knights up by 3. And that would have been a violation on Washington, but he gets the bucket anyway. 6 points for Dorsum. The lead is 4. As Eddie Brown will bring it up. In the corner, Washington, too high for him. It's a turnover. Free ball from the wing is good by number 3, Marquise Wilson off the bench. Nice lead now by 7. Washington with the dribble. Eddie Brown thought about the NBA range 3. Now will pull up from about 3 feet behind the line. No good. Battle for the rebound won by the Knights. They have numbers. They will push. Dorsum can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound is won by Vonche Blow. Up ahead, Xavier Davis will drive all the way, but he'll get to go to the line after the foul on Jalen Glasgow, who I notice has got those old school goggles going there, kind of like Kareem or something. But he gets Davis on the arm. As Davis with 4 points makes it 5. As Sword back in for LaShawn Washington, and in now is number 1, Malcolm Rather. 15-9. The score is Xavier Davis looks to make both and does. He has 6. 5-point deficit for the Rays as the Knights will walk it up on this very early, chilly morning here in Tennessee. Like a 2-3 zone here by the Rays. Going for the alley-oop, and it's just short. Looking for Glasgow, and we're going to have a foul called. I believe Glasgow called for his second. Under 2 minutes here at 1:55. Here comes Eddie Brown as the Rays are down by 5. Brown with only 2 points so far. That's out of bounds. They'll get it back. In comes number 50, Robert Twine, as Glasgow and his 2 fouls will sit. Mosley with the mid-range jumper short. Brown with the rebound around 3 people and puts it in. He has 4. And a 1-possession game now. 15-12. 1:35 left. As number 1, Malcolm Rather dribbles out of trouble. Dorsum, nice pass inside in the bucket. Number 31 is Khalil Fambi. 5-point lead here for the Knights. Eddie Brown brings it across. And a long-range 3. He gets hit. He's going to go to the line for 3. As Eddie Brown puts one up from the 10-meter volleyball line. So that is in the neighborhood of 30 feet. Say 28-29 as Brown will go to the line for 3 and misses the first. And misses the second. Brown got off to a hot start yesterday, scored 17 in the first quarter and gets the third of the 3. So 1 for 3, 4-point lead here for Grace as they get it across. Rather from the wing, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's Vonche Blow. Eddie Brown pushing down the far sidelines. Kick in the middle for Blow. He can't handle it. And we're going to have a travel call Vontae Blow, one of only 2 juniors on this squad, one of only 2 that's going to be back next year, has done really well on the rebounding. He's had 19 in the 2 games. 3 balls. Avian Davis is too strong. But Sword gets the rebound, but he steps out of bounds. So Grace will get it back 52.8 left here in the opening quarter. They lead 17-13. Winner will stay here. Loser will head to Ray Central. Both games will be 2 o'clock Eastern. Of course, we'll bring you the Lighthouse game later today. Driving to the basket, and it's good. Number 31, Khalil Fombi has 4. The deficit for Lighthouse is 6 as Eddie Brown with it. As Dorsum on him, Xavier Davis. They're saying, get on Eddie Brown, because he will launch it from there. Sword in the corner. Down for Mosley, and the double team will put one up. No good. Nice rebound by Vontae Blow. The turnaround jumper, no good. And I believe he fouled him, yes. So Vontae Blow will pick up his first. Team foul number 3 here with 17-4 left. As number 1, Malcolm Rather, will walk it across. In the corner, Twine, a 3 ball is long. Sword the rebound. Xavier Davis will push, going all the way to the rack, scored and the foul. Nice strong finish by Xavier Davis, who has 8. Man, I hope this kid finds somewhere to play next year. He is one heck of a ball player, but really, this is really the 1 year he's had. 2.2 left here in the first as Davis will complete the 3-point play. 3-point lead. Will they get one off from half court? It's going to be after the buzzer. Hits the back rim, though. So that'll do it for the first. 8 minutes in the books. And the Stingrays down by 3. Xavier Davis with 9. Eddie Brown with 5. Planning to do a feature on Mr. Brown in next week's issue of the Gulf Breeze News. It'll come. Gulf Breeze High is a volleyball powerhouse. Of course, it's been about 10 years. They were state runner-ups in 2011, made the Final Four for the first time the year before. Of course, soccer also a big sport. As we're going to have a travel on winners on the opening possession. Dorsum has 6 to lead Grace. Again, we mentioned Xavier Davis has 9. Xavier Davis had 25 yesterday, had 14 in the second after Eddie Brown picked up his third. So Brown, Washington into Vontae Blow. Nice pass in, and Eddie Brown from the runner in the lane. He can't get it to go. And it'll be Grace ball as Eddie not having the start he had last night, or yesterday morning rather. Again, a 17-point first quarter. Had 17 of the 21. Trace Freeney had a couple of offensive rebounds and putbacks for the other 4. Dorsum with winners, trying to cut to the basket, poked away by Blow. They're looking for a travel, but they get a timeout call, does Grace. And that'll be their first timeout of the ball game, both teams with 4 left. Again, thanks to Johannes for sponsoring this broadcast and the next one. You can hear Coach Jones barking in the background. He's the only voice you can hear in this gym. Again, Lighthouse was about 5.5 minutes away from the semifinals, but Lakeway erupting for a 20-2 run over the last 5.5 to win it going away. Dante Harris with 41 in the win, the Georgetown commit. As winners, looks for a teammate. And he has one in number 22, Marquez Rather. Brown on him to the other Rather. 16-footer off the back rim. Battle for the rebound, Trace Freeney. Oh, he throws it behind LaShawn Washington. And Coach Jones going to call another timeout. Central time, just to make sure that I got over here in time. So the Rays right now with Brown and Washington in the front court. Blow, Davis, and Freeney in the backcourt. Again, Lighthouse with only 8. So the team has gotten considerably smaller since the broadcast we did in early January. We did the Vero Beach and the FAMU games to kick off 2020. Stolen away as Washington gets a hand in there. Eddie Brown will go all the way, score it, and the foul. They're going to call it on the floor. We haven't seen the and one yet. And they're going to call it on the floor as Marquez Rather called for his first foul, team foul number 3. So no bucket for Brown, who's in the corner. He'll fire the triple and hit it. Eddie Brown now with 8, and we're tied at 19. As number 22, Marquez Rather in the double team, gets rid of it. Nice pass inside. Dorsum from about 10 feet hits it. Dorsum having quite a game so far. He has 8. And it's stolen away. Number 1, Malcolm Rather with a steal. Again, 6:28 and counting. Winters driving baseline. And finds number 1, Malcolm Rather for the bucket. So Grace ups its lead back up to 4 as Eddie Brown will bring it up. And the double team. Trying to draw the charge was Rather, throws it away as Washington gets a hand on it. It's pretty much been the norm this year for Eddie Brown. Teams throwing 2 guys at him to try to get the ball out of his hands. As Winters will inbound, far side of the bucket. In the corner, number 22, Marquez Rather to Malcolm Rather. Yeah, Malcolm's got the little flat top hairdo going, where his brother, Rather, looks like he's got more of the fro look. As one Rather kicks it into the backcourt, and it will be called a backcourt violation. Nice job there, LaShawn Washington forcing that steal as he will inbound. 5:42 left here in the first half. Rays have been down most of the game as Xavier Davis in for Trace Freeney. That means all 8 players have gotten into the game. Brown, the double team. Washington, he's got the double team now up top. Eddie Brown with Malcolm Rather on him as Winters comes over, gives it up. Washington with the left-hand dribble. Up top here, 5:27 and counting. Eddie Brown with the fadeaway from about 15. No good. The rebound by Marquez Rather, and he will push. Up ahead to Dorsum. Will pull up from about 18. Rimming, no good. The offensive board as Dorsum has it. Loses the handle briefly and gets it in anyway. Dorsum now with 10. 6-point lead here for the Knights as Xavier Davis far side in the corner. Demetrius Pace will fire the triple. No good. Bonche Blow with the rebound. Put back. No good. Rebound by Grace. As Rather, as I believe Blow got a piece of it, bounced off his leg as Sword is in for Washington. And believe number 4, Jeremiah Jones in for the first time for Grace. So one Rather to the other Rather, back and forth. And Jones with it, far side, Sword on him. As Rather with the triple, rimming no good. Demetrius Pace the rebound. Here comes Eddie Brown. With the 2 people trailing him. Pace in the lane and hits it. Nice job there, Demetrius Pace with the finish. Lighthouse down by 4 with 4:10 left here in the half. 3 ball, rimming no good. Xavier Davis the rebound. Up ahead to Brown. Will drive, put up the floater from 12 and hit it. And I believe we'll have a timeout by Grace as Lighthouse is back within 2. I want to thank Dave Budska, I believe is his name. He's the executive director of the NACA, giving yours truly the okay to broadcast off-site. Again, Fort Bluff Gym, the home base, has broadcast on YouTube. You probably saw Lighthouse's game last night, or yesterday morning, rather. Jones with it. Rather in the corner. Little trap. Jones with it. Kick out. Winters thought about the three. And that's going to be a backcourt violation. Or was it tipped out? No, the referee's saying it was tipped out by Lighthouse. So Grace will inbound far side here. 3:34 left here in the half. Leading by only 2. Little trap there by Lighthouse. Inside Jones with the 15-footer. Rimming no good. Xavier Davis goes up high for the rebound, but Sword will come out of there with it. And here comes Eddie Brown. Blow will put up about the 8-footer and hit. Vonche Blow ties the game. Assist by Eddie Brown. Trap with Sword and Eddie Brown. And Eddie Brown gets a steal. Sword. Brown will finish. He has 12, and Lighthouse has the lead, I believe, for the first time. Grace pushing ahead. As Winters strong to the basket and will get the and one as Sword will foul him. So P.J. Winters is going to get his first bucket and a chance to give Grace the lead back as Dorsum in, as well as number 21, Jalen Glasgow. Glasgow with the 2 fouls. Winters can't get it to go. Sword with the rebound for Lighthouse. Tied up at 27. Ball loose on the ground. Dorsum to Glasgow. 2:23 and counting. Might be able to see the screen in the background, or the scoreboard rather. Driving to the basket, blocked by Davis. And then he loses the handle. It'll stay Grace ball. I think he dribbled it off his foot. As number 22 is Marquez Rather will enter for his brother Malcolm. As Winters will inbound, Davis guarding the inbound. The 12-footer good by number 21, Jalen Glasgow. Grace takes the lead back by 2 as Eddie Brown will walk it up here with 2:10 left in the half. Brown with the long-range 3 off the back rim. Blow, battling for the rebound. Can't get it. Corral it, though, as Marquez Rather with the rebound. We're under 2 minutes. Grace with the ball and a 2-point lead. Off the glass and scoring is Glasgow again. He's got 6. Grace with the 4-point lead is Xavier Davis. Kick out, Sword with the triple. Rimming no good. Battle for the rebound. Winters has it. Rather with the runner in the lane is good off the glass. Marquez Rather with 4. Grace with the last 6 has taken the 33-27 lead. Eddie Brown with the double team as Xavier Davis will drive in the lane off the glass. Can't get it to go. Too strong. Rebound by Marcus Wilson as Pace gets a hand on it. Up ahead, Eddie Brown has, Vonche Blow couldn't hold on to the ball. It would have been an easy 2. Here comes Grace with it. Driving hard to the basket, but Demetrius Pace will foul him. That'll be his first. Do not think anybody has multiple fouls for Lighthouse. We're going to have to check these fouls here at the half. We're in the final minute, 56.9 to be exact. Marquez Rather with 4. Now 5. As Twine in for Glasgow, as Washington will sit. Scratch that, as Washington is in for Vonche Blow. Coach Jones probably asking him, how can you not catch that ball in the outlet? As Rather with 6 and an 8-point lead. Looks like we have a girls' game coming up next. Demetrius Pace with a 15-footer, no good. Rebounded by Tyrell Wallace, number 13, in for the first time. Grace with an 8-point lead on an 8-0 run. Little double team as Brown pokes it away from Marquez Rather. Dorsum driving, and we're going to get a blocking foul on, I believe, Demetrius Pace. That'll be his second. It says team foul number 6, so actually that is the 7th team foul, so it's going to be 1-1. As Dorsum to the line with his team high 10. And he hits the first of what's now going to be 2 shots. A 9-0 run here for Grace. Looking to take a double-digit lead here. Rimming, and gets it to go. 10-point lead for Grace as Eddie Brown will bring it across. Using the screen from Pace. Sword inside to Davis. Back out, Makayo Sword will drive off the glass. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Won by Winters. Grace up ahead. Blocked by Eddie Brown. Under 10 seconds. LaShawn Washington up to Brown, who will drive all the way in left hand and gets it to go. And we're going to have a travel, but that'll be it for the half. So Eddie Brown will finish with 14. I think Coach Jones is wondering if there's any time on the clock. But a 10-0 run late here in the first half has Grace Christian Academy up by 8. Well, I take that back. I think after further review, I think we're going to have some time put back on the clock. So hold the phone. Because the travel was called like just before the horn. So I'd say it's got to be at most, a full second. Somewhere less. I think we're going to get time put on there. As they'll look for Eddie Brown, and it's turned over. And now that'll do it. Now we'll go to the half. Again, a 10-0 run late in the first half as the young men from Waldorf, Maryland up here 37-29 at the half. Again, the winner will play here at 2 Eastern. Loser will play at 2 Eastern at Ray Central for what would be the 7th place game. As it'll be Sword, Brown, Davis, Blow, and Freeney to start this one, as Eddie Brown with it, getting the double team. Xavier Davis. Blow. With the give and go to Davis, off the glass, and he'll draw the foul, I believe, on Winters, number 5. It'll be his first. So Sword and Pace both have 2 for Lighthouse. Brown, Blow, and Mosley each with 1. As Xavier Davis to the line, missing the front end. Davis had 9 at the half. Eddie Brown leading the way with 14. Tyler Dorsum with 12 for Grace. As Davis looking to make the second of the 2, rimming and gets it to go. He has 10. And a little bit of full court pressure. Brown in the backcourt there, as Rather will bring it across. Winters. Rather on the far side. Driving and putting up the jumper way off the mark. Freeney with the rebound. As Eddie Brown will push. Gets the double team. Loses the handle briefly. Vonche Blow will try the 3-ball. Rimming no good. Battle for the rebound. Dorsum has it, but he was fouled, I believe, by Freeney. Yes, that'll be his first. Opening minute of the second half, 37-30. Grace with the lead as Dorsum with the handle, loses it, gets it back in the lane, ball on the ground, as one of the Rathers comes out of there with it. That is Marquez with a Z. Winters. Looking for the cutter, he finds him, and he can't get it to go. Eddie Brown with a rebound. Grace missing the layup as Brown with the finger roll. Can't get it to go. Dorsum the rebound. As Brown pokes it away from him as Xavier Davis will finish. He's got 12, 5-point lead. Good hands there by Xavier Davis. As the 18-footer rimming no good. Winters battling for the rebound. The smaller of the Rathers as Malcolm gets it back. 3-ball attempt way off the mark. Vonshea Blow with the rebound, and we're going to have a reach-in foul, I believe, on Marquez, rather. That'll be his second. Again, it was an 8-0 run in the final about 90 seconds or so is the difference at the moment. As Brown picking up the dribble, it's going to be Blow. Eddie Brown with it. Sword will fire the 3-ball far side and connect. Kyle Sword with points 3, 4, and 5 for him, and the Rays are within 2. Dorsum with the drive and the kick. Winters far side. Gets fouled by Washington, but it's going to be on the floor, I would think. And blocking foul on LaShawn Washington. It'll be his first foul, team foul number 2. 37-35, Grace with the ball and the 2-point lead as Winters up top to Marquez, rather. Freeney out there guarding on the perimeter. As Sword defending on Marquez, rather far side. It's going to be Winters. And Washington called for the foul. He tried to pick his pocket, but he got some hand. So that'll be foul number 2 on LaShawn Washington, who had a birthday yesterday. So happy belated to LaShawn. I'm sorry, that's Blow going out and Washington coming in. Scratch it. I believe that's on Vonshea Blow. That'll be his second. As Dorsum driving, and Sword tries to pick his pocket. Sword can't believe it. As bodies fly, as Freeney falls down on him, but everybody all right. It looks like Mikhail Sword will pick up his third. Again, depth obviously an issue for the Rays with only 8 players. That was another factor in the loss yesterday as Brown played most of the game with 3 fouls. Washington had 4. Freeney had 4. As Freeney will be guarding Dorsum here on the inbound pass. 5:57 left here in the third quarter. As Glasgow, as Washington with a good defense. And I believe we're going to get a carry. Nice pressure there by LaShawn Washington. Good rabid defense there. As sub here is Marquise Wilson, number 3, in for Glasgow. As LaShawn Washington will inbound. Rays with a chance to tie or take the lead. Eddie Brown has 14. Xavier Davis now with 12. Far side, Mikhail Sword. He'll fire the 3-ball far side and hit again. Mikhail Sword with a pair of triples here in the third quarter. And the Rays have the lead. Driving is Dorsum. He throws it up. And I believe he was bumped by Freeney, who I'm imagining is probably saying that he traveled. But he got the big body on him, so Freeney with 2 fouls. As Dorsum, who leads Grace with 12, is stuck at 12 at the moment as he'll get another. As Glasgow and actually looks like Dorsum's going to be subbed out if he's to make this free throw. We see Winters and Glasgow at the line, or at the scorer's table, rather. Now, Coach, there was I heard the words lane violation. So that's why he's going to get a third free throw. So somebody from Lighthouse must have stepped in that lane. So Dorsum with a chance to give Grace the lead. And he does with 2. So Dorsum out and Winters in for the youngsters from Waldorf, Maryland. As Eddie Brown brings it across. He'll fire the 3 from deep. That's off the mark. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be Grace basketball. Eddie Brown launching another one from that 10-meter volleyball line. But he's hit him before. Going deep for Rather. In the lane, gets it to go. Marquez Rather with his first points of the half. And a 3-point lead here for Grace, Xavier Davis. Eddie Brown off the glass, scores it. Brown with 16. Deficit is 1. Glasgow up top to Malcolm Rather. They're both juniors, I've been told. Winners far side. With Washington on him, tries to poke it away. As Rather in trouble. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's going to stay Grace basketball. As Dorsum back to the scorer's table, he will come in for Malcolm Rather. Winners will inbound far side. 4:45 left here in the third quarter. The Knights lead by 1. As Brown tries to poke it away from behind, he does, but it'll stay Grace basketball. As the bigger of the two Rathers, giving it up to Dorsum, and we're going to have a timeout by Grace. Fouls 5-2 here in the half. As Demetrius Pace is going to go in for Freeney. As Winters short ends the first of the 2-shot foul. He has 2 points. And Dorsum with 14 to lead the Knights. And that one's off the mark as well. Battle for the rebound is going to stay Grace basketball. As Winters misses both free throws, he will inbound. Rather with it. Glasgow with it. He'll fire from about 20 feet and hit it. Glasgow with 8. 3-point lead here for Grace as Mikhail Sword brings it across. Oh, it's stolen away by Rather, and he's going to get the easy 2. 5-point lead after the turnover and layup. Xavier Davis to Pace as P.J. Winters is going to get the steal. Driving, poked away by Eddie Brown. Good hands. The behind-the-back dribble. He will lay it off to Davis and score. Nice assist there by Brown to make it a 3-point game. As Rather will drive with the left hand and get it to go. Rather with 12. Up ahead, Xavier Davis will drive all the way. Oh, and misses the layup. Demetrius Pace will get the rebound, but Xavier Davis can't finish. Not sure if he was wanting to get up for the dunk. He's got a smile on his face, but unable to finish. Missed who got that foul, but it was a foul on Grace as LaShawn Washington will inbound. Up top, Eddie Brown thought about the triple. Now he'll fire from 20 off the back rim. Battle for the rebound. Washington gets it back. Brown will drive and put up the floater from 12 and hit it. So Brown with 18. Lead for Grace is 3 as nice look inside. Can't get it to go as Monche Blow with the rebound. Rays will push. Eddie Brown with it. Kick out. Demetrius Pace from 20 feet. Misses everything. Dorsum with the rebound. Up ahead to Rather, and he'll get the layup. 5-point lead. Brown will lay one off to Demetrius Pace. Oh, he can't get it to go. Another missed layup chance. Grace will push the floater off the back rim. Rebounded by LaShawn Washington. He loses it. Grace gets it back. Oh, there's some contact there, and a foul's going to be called. Boy, the Lighthouse has missed several in close. Believe Blow was called for the foul there. If so, that's his third. As number 31 is Khalil Fambi. He has 4 in the first half and misses the front end. As Sword in, Mosley in for Pace and Washington. So right now it is Sword, Davis, Brown, Mosley, and Blow, as Fambi will hit the second of the 2. 6-point lead for Grace. Brown with 18, Davis with 14. Xavier Davis with it. He'll reverse one to Brown. Wow, a lot of contact there. No foul. Goodness. As Brown talking to the official as he has rather banged into him. But he will inbound as the smaller of the Rathers will defend. As Vonche Blow loses the handle, stolen away. High out the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound, won by the smaller Rather, and Blow with the swat. Grace will get it back. 1:42 left here in the third. Leading by 6. The winner will stay here. Loser heads to Ray Central School. Winner will play for 5th place, loser for 7th. As Dorson will fire the triple off the mark. Battle for the rebound, won by Xavier Davis. Up ahead, Eddie Brown, off the glass, scores. Brown with 20. As the smaller of the Rathers misses. Blow gets it. Eddie Brown will go all the way. No foul called. Yes, it was. And Eddie Brown, 2nd in the state, 4th in the nation in scoring as he came in averaging 37. Which is funny to say, between his 41 and his 30 yesterday, his average has gone down as Brown will hit the first of 2. 1 possession game. Brown now with 21. Remember the season opener against Atmore Christian, he went for 60. And the second rimming no good. Xavier Davis with the putback. And it's a 1-point game. As Dorson brings it across. 3 ball in the corner. Good by number 13 as Tyrell Wallace scores his first 3 of the game. As Brown uses the Mosley screen, gets hit into the corner. Davis with the save. Brown will put up the 20-footer, but we're going to have a foul called, I believe, on Malcolm Rather. Malcolm Rather with his second foul. 53.6 to go. 4-point lead here for Grace. Xavier Davis inbounding. And we'll find Sword. Brown in the corner. Kick back to Davis. Drives, drawing contact, and the offensive foul. That'll be his first foul. I believe Wallace took the charge. So Grace with the ball back, 43-4 left. As the Rays with some full court pressure as Davis on Dorson here as he gets it across the line. Kickoff and scoring is number 31, Khalil Fambi. 6-point lead. As Eddie Brown will bring it up here in the final 30 seconds. Using the screen from Vonche Blow. Blow with it. Davis in the corner. Micaiah Sword with the 3 ball. Rimming no good. Battle for the rebound. Won by Vonche Blow. Eddie Brown with it. He'll fire the long range 3 and connect. 3-point lead. It'll be Grace ball with 7.9 left. Brown has 24. As Winters with it. Up ahead Rather. And gets it to go. And that'll do it for the third quarter as Malcolm Rather scores. As they raise down by 5. Winner still has a shot at some hardware as Xavier Davis will have it. Nice pass inside to Blow. He is fouled hit from behind. No call. Battle for the rebound. Eddie Brown has it. He's blocked. So 3 chances at the basket in close. And the Rays can't connect. Up ahead to the smaller Barber, Malcolm, or the rather. He's got the handle right in front of us with Vonche Blow on him. He'll drive, put up the runner from about 12. Can't get it to go as Trace Freeney the rebound. Here comes Eddie Brown. Rays will push. Brown thought about the 3. Now he'll float one in, and he can't get it to go, but Xavier Davis gets the putback. 3-point lead for Grace, and they'll get it across. As Rather kicks one out. The 12-footer good by Dorsum. And the lead again is 5. Xavier Davis now with 18. Eddie Brown will drive. Passes to Freeney. He can't hold it, and it's going to be a turnover. As Sword in. I would imagine that Eddie Brown's going to go the full 32 today, as he's done pretty much every game this season. He did pick up that 3rd foul yesterday, and he sat for about 30 seconds. As Grace driving, and Blow fouls Jalen Glasgow on his way to the basket. I think Coach Jones is asking for a timeout, so he has 2 left to work with. As number 21, Jalen Glasgow to the line, and he will be shooting. He now has 9 points. Nice looking to make it a 3-possession game. And off the back rim, Blow with a rebound. Looking for Eddie Brown, and he will push it. He'll fire the 3 ball. It's short. He knew it right away. He went for the offensive board. Blow had it briefly, but here comes the Knights, and Malcolm Rather with the layup to make it 8. Davis driving, and they're going to call the offensive foul on Davis as the official from behind makes the call. It'll be his 2nd. 8-point lead here for Grace with 6:20 left. Winners. Nearly traveled as Dorsum will spin and has it poked away. Sword up ahead. Eddie Brown will drive all the way in and get the foul, I believe, on Winners. If it is, it's only his 1st. So Eddie Brown and his 24 points to the line. And he'll get the 2-shot foul and hit the 1st. And gets them both. 26. And here's Winner. Winner's with it as Glasgow will get it across. The smaller Rather driving baseline. In trouble, finds Dorsum in the lane. He gets it poked away by Freeney as Davis loses the handle briefly and gets it back. In the corner, Mikael Sword, who's had a good day from 3 but misses this one. Freeney gets the offensive rebound on the putback. Freeney's first 2 points. 4-point lead. Dorsum up ahead, Glasgow in the lane. The runner can't get it to go. Vonche Blow with the rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball, and Grace will get it back. So of the 8 Lighthouse players that are here, only Blow and Demetrius Pace will be back. Winners looking baseline. Rather with the 3 ball is short. Dorsum gets the rebound in the lane and is fouled and will go to the line with 5:32 left. As Freeney will pick up, I believe, his 4th. And no move to the bench, so it looks like Freeney and his 4 fouls will stay in as Dorsum rattles one in. 5-point lead. Again, the winner will stay here and play at 2 Eastern. The loser will head to Ray Central for a 2 o'clock game. As Dorsum rims out, Xavier Davis the rebound. 5-point lead. Here comes Eddie Brown. Freeney, Sword, back to Eddie Brown. He'll fire the long-range 3. Short, battle for the rebound. Nice block out by Winters. As Malcolm with it. Brown out on him. Winters, as the bigger drives the basket and is swatted by Davis. As Freeney with the rebound, Brown up ahead. Xavier Davis driving. Blow. Runner gets it to go. Vonche Blow makes it a 1-possession game. Dorsum driving. Can't get it to go. Freeney with the rebound. Eddie Brown, Xavier Davis. Back to Brown. The floater for the tie is short. Battle for the rebound, won by Winters. Winters will push. 3-point lead here for Grace. He'll put up the floater with the left hand and he can't get it to go. Vonche Blow the rebound. Up ahead to Sword. Underneath, Freeney. Davis scores. 1-point game. Davis with 20. Dorsum driving. Off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound by Rather. He'll score and the foul. I believe Sword called for the foul, and I believe that's going to be his 4th. So Freeney and Sword now both with 4. And again, the Rays with only 8 players. Rather looking for point 15 and gets it. 4-point lead as Eddie Brown will walk it up. It's tipped away. Sword gets it back. Blow. Nice pass inside. Freeney will score. 2-point game as Malcolm Sword on him with, I believe, 4 fouls. As Twine with the screen. The spin move in the lane. Blow with the block. Here comes Eddie Brown, and he has it stolen away from him. Oh, he tries to throw down a dunk, is unable to. As number 1, Malcolm slow to get up. Not sure if it's a cramp, but boy, this... Thinks he's all right. He just takes an extra second. Had been at times we've seen just a little more street ball, just up and down, trying to beat each other down the court. And I think Grace is calling a timeout here. If so, both teams now with 2. 3:26 left. As Grace will inbound, 3.5 to go with the slim 2-point lead. Glasgow. Winters. Back up top, Marquise Wilson. Sword on him. I believe, again, with the 4 fouls. Screen from Twine. Driving, and it's swatted away. Vonche Blow swats it into the wall. 3:10 left. As Twine in the corner, he'll fire a 3 ball. It's airballed. It's going to be Xavier Davis with the rebound, and I think he's going to get called for the travel. Took a step and then the dribble. 3:05 left. Again, Grace with the ball and a 2-point lead. Winner will advance to the consolation final, the 5th place game, as Eddie Brown will guard the bigger of the 2 Rathers, Marquez. Spins away from him. Twine in the corner. Rather in the lane, kick out. Winters thought about the 3. Now will pull up from about 18. That's off the mark, but the offensive rebound. Rather looking in trouble, and Blow comes out of there with it. Up ahead, Mikhail Sword, and he has it stolen away from him. As bodies all over the place, as Grace comes out of there with it. Winters to Twine. Oh, he had Twine ready for the 3. as Dorsum in, as well as number 1, Malcolm Rather. As Lighthouse with a chance to tie or take the lead. 2:30 left in this one. Grace is led by as many as 10. Here comes the second body coming over, Davis. Now a little double team there for Xavier. He breaks it. Kick out, Sword. Back up top, Eddie Brown. Bounce pass, Von Shea Blow with it. Sword in the corner, Davis. Sword. As Davis, nice pass into Von Shea Blow, and he gets it to go. We are tied at 66. A minute 56 left. Dorsum. Wilson. Smaller, rather, or Malcolm. Nice pass into Dorsum, and he gets it to go. 2-point lead here for Grace. As Brown will walk it up with a minute 38 to go. Screen from Blow. Brown with the left-hand scoop shot. Gets it to go. Timeout. As P.J. Winters will inbound in a tie game. Malcolm Rather with it. Winters will bring it up. Blow on him. Going to be close to a 5-second call. And timeout called by Grace. Grace has definitely been using their bench a lot. Throwing in a lot of bodies, trying to wear the Rays down. In the corner, Glasgow driving. Scoop shot and one as Von Shea Blow gets him on the head. But Jalen Glasgow with a chance for a 3-point play and a 2-point lead here with 1:16 left. And again, a play like that, can't help but wonder if the more legs are coming into play here. As we mentioned, Lighthouse with just 8 players, and a lot of them going the full 32. Eddie Brown for sure. Xavier Davis has been subbed out once or twice as Glasgow gets the 3-point play. 3-point lead. Here comes Eddie Brown. 1:12 to go. Xavier Davis. Skip over to Sword. He'll fire the 3 for the tie and gets it. Makayo Sword with 3 triples here in the half. In the second half, we're tied at 71. Tied up, 53 seconds left. Brown on Malcolm Rather, who drives. Now he'll bring it out. In trouble, looking for somebody. Finds Dorsum. Glasgow thought about it and puts up the fadeaway and can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. And it's going to be, as Eddie Brown is fouled, Glasgow fading away from 16. Got every piece of the rim possible on that bucket. Just couldn't get it to fall. And that thing hung up there forever as Eddie Brown, this is a best case scenario for the Rays, gets fouled. So that's team foul number 7. So both teams shooting the rest of the way. Eddie Brown with 28 with a chance to give the Rays the lead here with 36-8 to go. First one is good. Brown looking for point number 30. And he'll get it. Timeout called by Lighthouse. This will be their last one. It's basketball. They usually play at 7 o'clock, 7:30 at night. They're having to play at 8 o'clock Eastern time, which is an hour earlier for Lighthouse. So this is like playing an 8 a.m. game back home. There's your score. Rays by 2. They do not guard full court as Rather brings it up the court. The 3 ball is off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Von Shea Blow. That's an interesting call. And a foul. A 1-and-1 opportunity. Von Shea Blow has 6. 28-7 to go. Again, interesting that they would lob a 3 that early. But Von Shea Blow at the line with big free throws. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound won by Grace. And now they call timeout. That's, again, Lighthouse dropping back. There's Brown and Sword. They will let them bring it across as now they'll make him pick it up. Malcolm Rather. Sword on him. Wilson. Malcolm Rather. 20 seconds left as Wilson loses the handle briefly. Far side, Rather. Down low, Dorsum with about the 18-footer is short. Rebounds, Avian Davis. He is fouled with 9.2 to go. Avian Davis with 20 points. With a chance to seal it. As two Rays are back, as Davis will hit the first of two. He has 21. Now the big free throw. Again, neither team with a timeout. So Grace will have to hurry. Davis with a chance to make it 2 possessions, and he does. 4-point game, 75-71. Here we go, 8 seconds left. Barber down low. The reverse layup and a foul called on Freeney with 3.7 left. Actually, it's a turnover, not a foul. So Lighthouse will run it out, though. Rather will grab Eddie Brown. 2.3 to go, and the Rays look like they're going to stay here after trailing at 1 point by 10. As Eddie Brown looking for 31 and 32. Again with the much shorter bench, and it looks like they're going to pull it out. Brown gets them both. He has 32. 6-point lead. They'll walk it up. And then lob one from near half court and gets it to go. So Marquise Wilson with the deep triple will make your final score Lighthouse 77, Grace 74. And again, in a game that Grace with the deeper bench at 1 point led by 10. So Eddie Brown finishes with 32, Xavier Davis with 22. But Makayo soared with 11, including 3 threes in the second half. Demetrius Pace with 2, Vonche Blow with 6, and Trace Freeney with 4 for Grace Christian Academy. Looks like Malcolm Rather with 10, BJ Winters with 2. Jalen Glasgow finishing with 6 and 6, looks like 12. Marquise Rather with 15. And Tyler Dorson with 19. So again, good balance again for Grace. Second game in a row. 6 points for Marquise Wilson. 7 for Khalil Fombi. Tyrell Wallace with 3. So Lighthouse will have a chance to win the consolation final. The 5th place